Jeff was no joke. He was a straight A student. We went to high school together. He was going to that high school because he had gotten into some trouble in the other high school with these dudes named Jeremy and Charles. So we started a band with Jeremy and Charles. Now they're all dead. They died in a car crash, actually. No, they didn't. We were in this band called MacGyver. The shit was kind of shitty. And we used to practice in these storage sheds. A lot of crazy things would go down in these storage sheds. We used to play at this skate park, backdoor music, and there's a lot of bands that are significant still these days that used to play around that time. And then you had us, pieces of shit. So Jeff and Jeremy and myself ended up living together in Raleigh. We had this attic that we used to go play music in, and it was hot as fuck, and it was small as fuck, but it sounded amazing. Jeremy didn't know how to play any instruments really, but Jeremy would throw on this bass, and then he learned like which dots sounded good with each other, and we would sit down in the kitchen and we would write some numbers down, and we would fucking play those numbers. Next thing you know, we had these really crazy segments of songs, right? So we would have some math rock type stuff, and then we would have some metal type stuff. But we would play these samples. Yeah, we had water, men laughing while women were screaming. And then we also had the phone ringing, so it was just something that you could use to torture somebody. And then we kind of decided from there that we wanted to try to see if we could do this shit live, and then the idea grew. First, the idea kind of went to, we were some occult group. We would wear these robes. The idea was we would grow mustaches, but I couldn't grow one, so Jeremy had a mustache and I didn't. Jeff had a very specific routine as this monkey, right? So he would do things, he would stand there with his arms crossed as still as he could. He would run in place, he would do monkey jacks, slither backwards into the crowd.
Routine number 1. Jumps.
Monkey snake monkey.
3 sets of 60. Monkey jacks.
This dude was not fucking playing games. This dude was full on monkey inside and outside. Like, he was totally method on this shit. He was a method monkey. Alright? You ain't never heard of no fucking method monkey before. We actually thought of everything that we thought we could. We said maybe, you know, the pit gets violent. The monkey's going to be doing crazy things like running into there and slithering. So our idea was, so we would know if the monkey was hurt, that he would get into fetal position. That would kind of keep him from getting hurt, and then we would notice, and then at that point, we'd be able to help him. We decided to have our first show, and we did it in Florida. So we get to the show, and turns out it is all kids. And when I say kids, I mean children, right? It was mostly high school juniors, which, you know, what comes along with that, sometimes you get some older brothers or some, you know, dudes that just are rocking the young women crowd. So when we got started and the monkey came out, immediately I think these guys got a little bit excited. You know, for a little bit, the monkey was just kind of standing there. But then when we busted into shit, the monkey jumped into the crowd, and they immediately beat the shit out of him. They beat the fuck out of Jeff. They knocked Jeff out. They beat the fuck out of Jeff. The worst part is that he couldn't fight back because these were kids. Turns out our big idea of going into the fetal position was a horrible one, because when somebody's in fetal position on the ground and you're playing music, you can't see them at all. So he got back up. The abuse continued. They rode him. They'd pick him up and throw him on the ground. But at one point, a guy helps him up and then just literally starts just thrusting him, simulating sexual motions, hip gyrations.
Yes, I got the crap beat out of me for a good little bit. It was like being in a boxing match that I hadn't trained for, that I couldn't see, and was also very much unprepared.
Fuck Mammal, dude. Fuck Mammal? My friend got beat up. I felt bad for y'all because first show, and everybody fucking hated y'all. Mammal sucks a big cock!
I hate Mammal.
Mammal sucks the sweat off of my balls. They're interesting, but it really pissed me off when the gorilla fucker like fucking elbowed me in my rib cage.
I hate Mammal.
Why do you hate Mammal?
They suck.
I hate them too.
You hate Mammal?
Yes.
I hate Mammal. They fucking suck.
They suck?
They fucking suck. Mammal.
That one band that was shit.
Suck. They
Fuck
suck
them.
fucking
Fuck them.
ass.